Yeah, it's been a long time coming to rep the East. Buffalo bad with a vengeance. We resurrected the team, man, we dangerous. Watch for these horns, they lacerate and cut. We don't play no game while we play this game, though I play us. You know what it's about, you made me wanna shout. They said they're taking out, we took another route. Deuces to the drought, play through all the doubters, finger pointing and laughing. The ones that was talking that trash are the same ones circling wagons, we ain't having it. Dominate divisions ever since we put the hell in it. Knocks the competition out the stadium like hammer fist. Stephon Diggs a grave and he pays respects to the cornerbacks that can't cover quickness, then he catches it. In 1995 to 2020, break the streak. Kept the faith in every season for the team, cause I believe. Caught me no matter how many times you're down, do not accept defeat. Feel like number 17. You got me feeling like I'm Josh Allen, yeah. What? You got me feeling like I'm Josh. Okay. You got me feeling like I'm Josh Allen, yeah. Josh, yeah. Who? Josh. Yeah. Succeed the most in the freezing cold. Break a couple tables in the parking lot with sleet and snow. Yeah. Put the work in with Sean McDermott, a worthy coach. Y'all can get the hands like a Wilson ball when it's Beasley thrown. Yeah. Got so many yards to the point we own in property. I remember haters talking foolish with their gossiping, but they don't want it with Buffalo. Cause when the winter storm hits them, they stuck with nowhere to go. Let's play like a hide and seek. We'll find a week upon the field to hike and wheel. Unleash the lights to try riding Edmonds or Pines to be. Back in the driver's seat, the Singletary. He's sprinting scary to carry the ball through the plane. Embarrass these adversaries. Prepare to be victimized. We gave them
Who we root for tonight? You know who?
Hey! Let's go, Bills!
Woo! Alright, go do that pool.
And ask anyone if they're favorite
Fortnite.
I know.
I like a lot of them play basketball. Who would you go to? Is that a tap?
I said right foot, right home.
Alright, heads out. We made a deal. Come on.
I'm gonna show them my bones.
You mean your putty? Be careful what you say, dude. Alright, go. I'm telling you.
My balls.
Hey, no playing tonight if you don't
Balls.
do it. Go. Just kidding. What's up, everybody? Man. They've been wearing Bill stuff to school the last couple days. I like it. I'm trying to get them into it. I don't know if I'm setting them up for failure or not. Alright, guys. I hope everyone's doing well. It looks like we got 8 votes already, 62-38. Dude, I'm nervous. I'm going to tell you as a Bills fan, I do not condone nor endorse any betting on the Buffalo Bills tonight. I know they're underdogs, I think, minus 2.5. I don't quite get that at home. I feel like it should be switched. I feel like this is a most even matchup, and generally you get the edge being at home. We're sans Von Miller. We don't. Our secondary is not great. Their defense is fantastic. Our offensive line is not good. I worry for the health of Josh Allen. I mean, listen. The Jets are underdogs. I mean, the Bills are favorites. Yeah. 2.5 points. The Bills are giving up minus 2.5. I didn't mean underdogs. I think they should be. Personally, like that's why I'm not touching that line. I won't. If the Bills were getting 2.5, I'd probably buy the 0.5 point and do 3. But I guess that's what I should be betting the Jets, but I won't bet against my team. It was my son that screamed. I apologize. He was just excited. He wanted to come in and say hi to their group. He's in that an interesting age right now. I'll put it that way. He's going through a stage, I think. Lewis Sign goes out, and I will tell you this: when we get to the Wild Chrome, this I have a checklist for that I'm going off of. So Lewis Sign, and this is not Illumination Prologue. This is Auto America. Hold on, I gotta find that checklist. Just give me a minute here. Automania checklist. Bring that over. But in Wild Chrome, which just came out yesterday, which I think we're due for some good boxes out here. The first break was alright. The second one was that. So we have 4 more boxes in this case, and I do have some other cases. I just got a bunch of more wild card in. I think it was Jeff that just said that he got some of his wild cards in. He said they are so good in person. I said I know. Share that out, man. I think this is the Vikings, but yep, Minnesota Vikings. and that's going to be going out to Jim Larson. Logan, I'm with you. If I wasn't a Bills fan, it'd probably be on the Jets tonight as a bet. But I will not bet against my team. They're like, outside of a 100% sure thing, if I know my team without a doubt is going to lose and it's a sure bet, you promise me insurance, 100% insurance, then I'll bet against my team because I don't hate money. Vidarian Low, that be going out to the Vikings as well. I'm not offended, Logan, and no one's going to offend me if we get beat by 20 and they're like, the Bills suck. You're not going to hurt my feelings. It's not going to surprise me. I believe this is going to be one of those dust yourself off, get back up again seasons for the Buffalo Bills. We're going to take some lumps this year. I don't think that doesn't mean we can't win the Super Bowl. We have to get right. And I think that's what is that a third in a row for the Vikings? You got to be kidding me. Jalen Naylor, I barely know her. And again, this isn't done by NFL teams. They don't have the NFL teams on these. They did not know that. The only pro look is here. This is put out before the draft. But 3 Vikes in a row. That's going to be Jim Larson. And he's a Vikings fan, too. And for the Indianapolis Colts, another team finally on the board. So that's kind of funny because McGinn brought up, man, we should do this as a team break. I don't like when all the teams get the same, or all the players get the same cards. Well, I guess we're not immune to it in team breaks either. Devonta Price for the Colts going out to Matt Runyons. Love this background. I've been listening to some deep dive and on the week 1, and I'll tell you this, man. There's a lot we don't know, but we know a lot more than we did before the start of the season. Just craziness around the league this week. What was the most surprising thing to you guys this week? DeMarvin Leal going out to the Steelers. What was the most surprising thing to you guys this week as fans? Maybe as your own team, maybe someone else's. And again, I say this, don't like pick. I'm not looking for you to pick on teams, but like legitimate. Like I was surprised that the Rams rocked the Seahawks. I was surprised that the Bears just got walloped by. Like those were surprising losses to me. I wasn't surprised that Pittsburgh got beat. I was surprised at the amount of points they got beat by. Last night was, oh my gosh, how about last night? I was up 28 points in a fantasy matchup. I had Barkley, they had the Cowboys. 99% guaranteed to go, like, all guaranteed. Yahoo won't do 100. 99% favored to win that matchup, and I lost because of the Cowboys D scored him like 35 points in like standard scoring. This goes out to the Carolina Panthers. That's going to be going out to, that's Ryan Thorson. That's exactly the first thing I said to my wife, Slam, was I looked at her this morning and said, I can't believe I stayed up and watched that game last night. I should have went to bed early. Just like when I bet on him at half, only $5 to win like 300. I was like, whoa, I'm going to stay up and watch the best comeback ever. Jermaine Johnson for the Jets, Chris. And sure as shit, that did not happen. Oh, that'll play for the Chicago Bears. Larry, that is going to be a 1 out of 2. We the people. Justin Fields. Yikes, bikes. That's a card. That's a sweet looking card, dude. Listen, and here's the thing. Overreaction. There was an email in the one show I listened to today, and I love that they said this. They said, are Lamar and Justin Fields on drop alert? And the guy goes, and why didn't you put Joe Burrow in that conversation? And he's like, yeah, why isn't Joe Burrow? Like he had worse weeks than both of them. And like nobody's like stressing Joe Burrow. I was like, he's gonna be fine. But we're scared about Justin Fields. We're scared about Lamar. No, I'm not. Dude, did you see Zay Flowers? So it's just. Now, again, real quick on this, I'll have to look up the players. I don't have a full NFL checklist, but it will say on the back. So if they were traded or whatever, it goes to the team on the back. For example, Chris Rodriguez will go to the Commanders. Commanders going out to Oliver. Yeah, there's like Zay Flowers is in this too. And actually, I talked to the owner of Wildcard today. I was like, hey, I hope you enjoyed. I wanted to confirm some more cases I wanted to order. And he goes, it was a good weekend for our Wildcard guys. He's like, Richardson had a good week. Zay Flowers, he pointed out a few guys. He pointed out this guy. How about a CJ Stroud for the Texans? 9 out of 10. Going out to Mariah. She didn't correct me, so I'm assuming it's Mariah, not Maria. But you can correct me if you'd like, Mariah. CJ Stroud out of 8 for the Texans. Nice. And Earl Bostic Jr. I'm going to look him up because he does not have a drafted buy on here. So we go off current teams for that. Yeah, so I was glad that I got the message today that, hey, this product is awesome. This goes out to the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, no, that was Earl Bostic Jr. in 1998. Maybe that's his birthday. Yeah, Cowboys. That's when he was born, I guess. Yep, this goes out to Dallas. I love that Cowboys fans are all like on a high right now. That's fine. Just, and I'm sure a lot of them know this, but they're not going to like post this. Just go look at your Dak Prescott stats and tell me this is going to work forever. It's just, I can't believe that they won by that much. This goes out to the Falcons. To me, that goes out to Logan. Congratulations, Logan. 2 out of 4, Zach Harrison. I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to tell you I'm losing my mind because I lost my train of thought. Shit. There was something I wanted to say. Oh, I'll get it. It'll come back to me. It was about a fantasy player. Just give me a minute. Oh, I know who it is. Atlanta Falcons. I think we could have an Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram, circa 2017 situation on our hands where you can have both Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier and play them both every week, especially if the Falcons are going to throw the ball 18 times a game and run it almost double that. You might be regretting if you drafted Desmond Ridder or Drake London or Kyle Pitts, just from volume, not from a talent perspective. Tyreek Stevenson, that goes out to the Bears as well. Oh, Daniel, listen, you guys know I'm a Daniel Jones fan, and this has nothing to do with me defending him, but Josh, you watch that game. There is not a quarterback in this league, and I will say this all the way down to Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, that could have made barely anything. Maybe a little bit more than he did, but dude, he had less than 2 seconds to throw every time. It wasn't, some of his throws were bad, but that was like third and fourth quarter when he'd already been sacked 7 or 8 times, and it wasn't like he was holding the ball. They were right there. This is going to be Israel Abanikanda going out to the Jets. I am a Jones fan. Let me rephrase it. I'm a Jones collector. I like his style of play. It's like, and I enjoy watching when he takes off. I like running quarterbacks that aren't just running quarterbacks. Like, I like guys who run out of like when they make something happen, not design runs. I like the movement, and not because they can't throw the ball, but because I think he can throw the ball. But I mean, he did do one off for like an 80-yard run one time. That's cool. I mean, I like Justin Fields too. I think Justin Fields is awesome to watch. Josh Allen. I always like Ryan Fitzpatrick because he did the same thing. But I just think he's one of those guys that's like, I don't know. I don't know why I love him as much as I do. Probably shouldn't love him as much as I do. I just do. I kind of have always enjoyed the Giants. I was an Eli Manning fan as well. Well, they didn't pay him long. But here's the thing, who are the options? Who are their options? It's not like they paid him a lot. $40 million is like $10, $12 million below the average of these new guys that are signing. So it's not like they gave him the bag, and it wasn't long term. It was like a 2 or 3 year deal. I don't think it was real long, was it? And you don't have to be a believer, but here's what it comes down to, and this is what someone's point today on the show I was watching. This is going to be Chase Brown. Numbered out of 75. They said that what's going to happen is if your offensive line, this goes out to the Bengals, your offensive line can't hold up in the dropbacks. You're going to have to start to do play action. You're going to start to have to do different sets. And he worries about that team a lot if they have to do it. He'll be worse. So they have to figure out the offensive line, and it sounds like they may have lost even one of their offensive line guys on that field goal that got blocked in return. Quentin Johnston out of 50. How fun was that Chargers-Dolphins game? Now, we were watching the Eagles game, but we tried to put that on. I don't know why I'm looking this up. I know who it goes to. Chase Brown, yeah, Bengals. Here we got a Jaron Hall, going to be the Minnesota Vikings for Jaron Hall there. And that goes out to another one for Jim and the Vikings. He started out hot and he's picking it back up here. Any other takeaways you guys had? Kendre Miller was inactive yesterday, but he could get some time. Saints winning, that was big for them. Kendre Miller to the New Orleans Saints. That's going to be Rob Palacia. I still think he's going to be a player to watch out for this year. And one thing you can't do is look at yesterday and be like, I know everything now. Yeah, I wasn't impressed with not just the play, but the play calling. Jalen Hurts running it up the middle on when all they do is run out, like at least slide. Like you don't have to make things happen. A Torian Perry, 8 out of 10. That's going to be going out to the Saints. You don't, and some of the play calling. I mean, it was Chiefs-esque from Thursday night when they're 4th and 25 on their own 30 and they're going for it. Like, what? Why? Some of the calls this week just did not make sense. Now, here's a guy, if the Packers keep it up, he could be something. Going out to Stephen Kibbs, Luke Musgrave. That is a 3 out of 3. So, I love that coaches are being more aggressive with the fake punts, the going for it on 4th and long when you're up or down, whatever, odd situations that statistics would tell you probably not good to go for. I should say statistics might tell you to do it, and traditionally people didn't. Now I do think that we are creatures of statistical overanalyzing these micro analytics. And what I mean by that is these coaches and these coaching squads get these massively micro-analytical reports well, in a 4th and 15 situation between these ranges, statistics would tell you that 63% of the time it's converted. If you're down, it's an 80% probability. I think they get that real live data. And the coaches are kind of well, the stats say, I feel like we're getting coaches that are starting to buy into that. He is undrafted, so we'll have to random this out. Caleb Ellaby out of 50. I always do now. I love that. Now here's a guy. For the Jets, Jeremy Ruckert. Out of 35. I love that. Now here's a guy. You guys are at 60-40 with 10 votes. So which 4 of you guys voted for the Jets and which 6 of you voted for the Bills? Do you want to be honest and say it? For the New England Patriots, 4 out of 4. Love this parallel. Bailey Zappi. Guys, at the end of this, we will do 2 $5 hitless credits, but we'll also do 2 week 2 pick'ems. Here we go. This guy could be interesting. I'm telling you, man, don't give up on this guy yet. I know he only got to throw it 18 times. So there's still hope for him. There really is. But Desmond Ridder for the Falcons out of 25. That's going to be going out to Logan. You got a little something, Logan, there. And for the New York Giants, it is going to be a 3 out of 3. Daniel Bellinger. Nice low print there. But in the break that's up now, and last I checked, I think there was about 18 spots left in it. Let me double check it now. But it's got Elite, Automania, Trinity, and Wild Chrome. And let me just double check it here. It looks like there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got about half the spots left. I think there's 17 or 18 spots left. But in that one, not only will we give 2 week 2 pick'em spots out, but we're also doing our first 2 spots in week 2 FanDuel. So I know we have season long FanDuel, but we're going to be doing week 2 FanDuel. How about this? 3 out of 3 Romeo Doubs. This guy had himself a week 2. Touchdown. Christian Watson out. Who knows? And K-Dub, Kenneth Walker, 5 out of 5. We're getting some nice stuff out of this Automania America. 5 out of 5 for the Hawks. Seahawks going out to Bob Riley. And last one. And again, we will do some giveaways at the end here, so don't go anywhere. Man, it is a 2 out of 2, but it's a Phidarian Mathis 2 out of 2. Not the big name we were hoping for. We got a few ones in that box, though. Phidarian Mathis is going to be going out to... Where does he go? I forget. Let me find him here. The Commanders, Washington. Well, thank you, Josh. Red ink, we the people. So let's recap some really, really nice stuff in here. Not again. What was it? 24 a spot. Just such a high reward, low risk product to me. Did you guys hear about Matt Corral? Like, didn't show up to New England practice. He's did not like appear, scratch. He's going through some mental health issues. That's kind of scary and sad, man, for a young player like that. All right, we got the Marvin Leal going out to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let me get this up here. So Steelers on the board. That's Robbie Martin. We have Devonta Price for the Indianapolis Colts. Colts going out to Matt Runyons. We have the Jalen Naylor for the Minnesota Vikings to Jim Larson, who hit 3 in one box and 1 in another. The Low for the Vikings as well. And then the Lewis Cine. Lewis Cine. Israel Abanikanda for the Jets out of 8, going out to Chris Velasco out of the Wild Chrome mix. And then Tyreek Stevenson out for going to the Bears. They were not done yet. Combo spot there going to Larry, but he pulled a nice one. And then the Zach Harrison going out to the Falcons. They weren't done either, Logan. We have the Earl Bostic going out to the Cowboys. Big win for the Cowboys last night. Still not fully buying into them as this, like, steel curtain D, but definitely interesting, something to pay attention to. For the Commanders, Chris Rodriguez out of 8. That's going to be going out to Oliver. Jermaine Johnson for the Jets to Chris Velasco. That's going to be numbered out of 5. And Matt Corral, that does go out to the Panthers for Ryan Thorson. We have the Jeremy Ruckert for the Jets as well. They didn't do bad either. And how about this? Luke Musgrave, 3 out of 3 for the Packers. Could be a byproduct of just necessity for target share. Who knows? And Torian Perry for the Saints. Saints on the board. Rob Palacia getting that one. I'm marking these all the wrong color. Hold on. All right, let's keep going. We got ourselves a Kendre Miller for the Saints as well, Rob Palacia. I like him for this year. Jaron Hall for the Vikes. And then for the Chargers, Quentin Johnson going out to Andrew Vodagel. Nice card there. Chase Brown going out to the Bengals, Cincinnati Bengals with that one. Is that a combo spot? It is for Pete Fuller. There you go, Pete. And Phidarian Mathis for the Commanders as well, 2 out of 2. Now, here's a couple other ones. How about Kenneth Walker for the Seahawks going out to you-know-who? Here's Bob Riley. It's going to be out of 5. Romeo Doubs for the Packers to Stephen Kibbs, 3 out of 3. Daniel Bellinger for the Giants going out to Larry. That's going to complement his hit we're going to show here in a couple minutes, 3 out of 3. And Bailey Zappi for the Patriots going out to Oliver. Both teams hitting for you, Oliver. And then just a couple more. How about this Desmond Ritter out of 25 going out to the Falcons? That'll go to you, Logan. And a CJ Stroud, 9 out of 10 for the Texans going to Mariah. Big card for you. And then Justin Fields, 1 out of 2. Very cool card for the Bears. That is going to be Larry on the combo spot. Baller status. All right, guys. I'm going to random up the Caleb Ellaby first. Then I'm going to do 2 $5 hit list credits. And then we'll give away the 2 week 2 pick'em. Now, remember, if you win a spot in week 2 pick'em and you already have one, that's okay. You don't have to worry about what to do with it because I'm going to start the list for week 3. You'll just bump to week 3. If you have one in week 3 and you win another one, you'll go to week 4. So there's a chance because it's 1 week at a time for pick'em. All right. So this is going to be an Ellaby card. Then roll 5. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be the Falcons getting that card. So the Falcons already had one. It won't affect their hit list, but that goes out to you, Logan. Thank you guys for jumping in today. Like I said, there's another break. Now, if it fills at least 1 hour and is random, at least 1 hour before the Bills game, I will rip it before the Bills game. If it doesn't, if it fills right, like within an hour before or during the Bills game, it will not rip till after the Bills game. Unless they're like in slaughterhouse mode. In which case, I'll still rip it because I'm already committed, but I won't be happy about it. Now, if they win, you might see a very happy, giddy, drunken version of me, and that's okay too. Who knows? We'll see. Only 12 spots did not hit in this. It's going to be the Bills, Dolphins, so Jimmy, and of course Slam. I know you don't want the credit. You would have rather had the card, but is hitless. Oops. Let me recheck that. It's going to be green. Oh, not green. Purple. Sorry, I have color coordinated. All right, there we go. Now, everyone eligible. This is going to be for the week 2 pick'em spots. Top 2 get week. Good luck, everybody. 5. It's perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It is going to be the Giants and the Pats. So who are the Giants? Oliver and Larry. And Larry does not have one yet, so you guys are good. This does not have a limit on it this week. Yes, it does. I can only do up to 14 people. So once we get to 14, that'll be done. But next break, we do have the FanDuel for week 2. So like I said, go check that out. Fun break. We'll go from there. Looks like we had some more spots taken. I'm going to update that now. And then hopefully we can rip that before football. I'm going to take my son to soccer practice here in about 10 minutes. So I'll keep checking on that as we go. Nikki Nuss is in. John Kreischer's in. Oops. Fred Bell is in. Bob Riley is in. All right. That means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Only 15 spots left. Oops. All right, guys. I'll see you all hopefully in a little bit. Go Bills.